Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another video. My name's Frenzy Gamer, and this is actually going to be an update video. I haven't really made one in a while, so for those who are new, pretty much what I do in these update videos is just talk about my life personally and some plans for the channel, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all it is. So you can probably consider like as a little mini podcast for you guys to just listen to. You really don't have to watch what's going on. I just have my webcam on because I don't really feel like getting on Wiz and just doing it through there. So if you guys want to see my posters, or at least a little bit of my posters, I mean, there you go. But for the most part, I'll just be like this. And again, you guys don't have to watch it. All you have to do is just listen if you like to. Pretty much what's been going on is that we are here in November at 255 subscribers, or at least around 250, because who knows. Some people might unsubscribe, some people might subscribe, who knows. It doesn't really matter because in the end it's just a numbers game, so I'm not all about it. I'm just about the fact that I'm just really happy to have an audience, and I'm also really happy to just do what I like doing, because it's a hobby that I just enjoy doing. YouTube for me is just a hobby. However, pretty much what's been going on is that I'm actually nearing the end of school, which is really good. I've been doing pretty okay in most of my classes. I've obviously US History 2 has been like the easiest class. Calculus is probably the hardest course I've taken for a while. So I'm not sure how I'll do. Hopefully I do very well on it though, but I'm gonna definitely work hard for the next exam. I barely passed my recent exam, and I'm pretty disappointed because I really studied hard for that exam, but it was just the fact that I guess I wasn't as well prepared as I thought when I was going in to take the exam. But, I mean, it is what it is. You just gotta... I'm just happy I passed, and I'm just gonna try even better for the next one. Because by then, afterwards, it'll be the final, and I just hope that I do very well, but definitely gonna be working hard for that. As for chemistry, I'm actually doing very well in chemistry this time. The only thing that messed me up was, like, the lab quiz, which is aka like a lab midterm. He just calls it a lab quiz. My professor anyway calls it a lab quiz. The thing about the lab quiz, I didn't do so well on that, and because of that, my 80 turned to a 73 like this quick, and it was bad. Like I didn't have any of the labs for me to study. The only lab I was given back was the lab that didn't really matter because I wasn't supposed to study it. So it really sucked, but I mean, it is what it is. And hopefully for the lab final, because I know there's a lab final, he mentioned it to us before. Hopefully in the lab final, I do a lot better on that one than I did on the lab quiz, so that maybe that could replace the lab quiz, and by then I'll be able to raise my grade up back to where it was before. Because I was starting with a B. I started with the class with a B, which is so much better than when I started with when I just barely started chemistry last year. And if you guys didn't know, I decided to retake chemistry because I didn't like the grade I made before. I made like around the 60s. So it was like the passing grade, but it wasn't a transferable grade. And also, I just didn't really think it was competitive. It's not competitive at all. So I decided that, you know what, I'll just retake the course and then just go on with my life. There's no shame in just retaking the course. It just means like, at least you're trying. Like in the end, at least you're trying. And, no one should like, put you down for the fact that you couldn't pass it the first time. At least in the end, you're trying, and you're trying to like do better with yourself. And then I have work on the other side, which so far work hasn't really been that big of an issue because my schedule has been made so well, but it does kind of affect the way I tend to like schedule things when it comes towards making videos and many other things. Because one of the things I would like to mention is like when it came towards the summer survival tournament. Now guys, I haven't forget about the summer survival tournament. It's still going on. It's still gonna be a thing that goes on, because I haven't forgot about it. I just I guess you could say I've been slacking about it, and I haven't really been doing such a good job in organizing. Actually, I'm not even gonna say I may have not. I am not. I repeat to you, I am not doing a good job with organizing for the summer survival tournament. The thing is, however, is that, during the time when, me, Zaxta, FM, and the typical Bagel were, like, all hosting the tournament, what happened is that, we were trying to do it for, like, the next few, like, weeks, because by then, I still have time before back to school. season comes, and then I have to go work so many hours because of back to school, and more than likely the weekends, which is typically how most of the compares were able to do it because it was on a weekend, not a weekday. But then comes back to school, and like Zaxta and I believe FM and Zaxta were gonna go on a trip or so. They were gonna be on the break, so I wasn't gonna be able to host the tournament then. After a while, I realized that they changed my schedule like a little bit later to where I worked the weekends, and typically I wanted to host a tournament on weekends, so I had that canceled out. And then afterwards came back to school season, so I had to work a lot of hours for that season alone, and just tax free, and then back to school, all that sort of jazz. So I didn't have time to do anything with the tournament. Like, I was having ideas as what to actually do to conclude the tournament, but nothing was going through when it comes towards scheduling. And before I say anything more, I just want to apologize to all the competitors. Especially, I also want to apologize to anyone else who was looking forward to see the conclusion of the tournament a little bit sooner. Lots of things has just been going on, and I've done a bad job at organizing, and I understand that. So hopefully by next year, I'll be able to do better in the organizing part, because now I can actually get competitors now, because most people have been very interested in joining the tournament now that they know that it's actually legit. But afterwards, after like back to school came school season, and then I didn't really want to annoy like Zaxta or FM, because I knew they were going to be very busy with their own lives and going through college, because college is very difficult, especially for the first year. It's like you're going to a new realm, and you have to understand and realize that you have to work on your work ethic. You have to really try not to procrastinate as much, and you have to work on your procrastination to limit it as much as possible, like I said before, but I'm just saying it differently, I guess. Because procrastination is basically going to kill you in college, and it's been killing me a little bit for me, and it's something that I just have to work on as time progresses. It's not like I'm going to completely remove procrastination, but I'm going to make it to where it doesn't really make that big of a deal. But yeah, school comes in. I didn't really want to bother like Zaxta or FM about it because they were busy with college, and they also haven't really been uploading as much as well during that time. So that also means that, hey, looks like they weren't able to do much. I know Zaxta was working on a new computer. I'm not sure if he actually fixed it now. Hopefully he does, or he fixes it soon, and he'll be able to live stream or something again. But yeah, pretty much I didn't really want to disturb them much, because they were just doing their own thing. I was also doing my own thing, and I was just busy with work and school. I was trying to do really well in school, and also I was going to work, and most of the days where it was, again, I was given the weekends to work every time, so I wasn't really able to do much when it comes towards the tournament then. Even though I was uploading pretty even though I was uploading pretty consistently, it was just because of the fact that I did multiple recordings at a time, and that's when I did have time. So that's how you guys see that I was doing multiple uploads, because I want to be a little bit more consistent when it comes towards my channel. And I decided doing multiple recording sessions in one day, so that I could be able to not exactly mass produce videos, but at least have something to where it's showing that to all my subscribers, hey, I'm actually trying to do well in this YouTube thing. I'm actually trying to build a platform. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't just upload a video and then not come back after 3 weeks or 3 months. So that's why I've been doing lots of that. And so it hasn't really been that stressful, but I might have to limit it just a little bit. However, in the end, I still enjoy what I do. But yeah, that comes in. So now we are here currently, with the fact that I was also dealing with some family issues, some personal family issues, which I won't get much into, but that also affected the fact that I didn't really want to host a tournament, because I didn't know how, everything was going to go. And, everything's okay now, so you guys don't have to worry about it. And I'm really glad that everything's okay now, but, even though I was still kind of uploading, I was still uploading videos, but I was dealing some kind of personal issues that I just didn't really want to talk about. But pretty much in the end, guys, what I'll tell you guys about this short message or so is, You know, you guys are gonna have bumpy roads in your life, so in case that you guys do have to go through struggles, just keep moving forward. Like, you know, try to stay positive, keep moving forward, and just, you know, make sure if you have like such a personal problem, or like so just something going on with your life that's like really bad, just make sure, you know, talk about it with someone you love. Maybe it could be a family member, maybe it could be a friend. Preferably for me, it's a family member because I can trust them the most. And you know, you're gonna get through it eventually. I mean, things like this are always gonna happen, like bad things, you know, people are gonna have bad days, and it just happens. So pretty much all you can do is just, you know, keep moving on, and, you know, like I said, keep moving forward, and eventually you are going to get through it. Pretty much by then I decided that now I was probably gonna then host it next week, because next week's gonna be the only week I'll be able to host the tournament before comes Thanksgiving season and then Christmas shopping. So the days I've been having in mind is next Thursday and next Saturday, which, depending how when I upload this video, might be this Thursday and this Saturday, who knows. But pretty much the reason why I wanted to do it like that is because those are the days that I have off, that I probably can see potential people coming in that have already been competing in the tournament, and, you know, hopefully that everything goes well. Because like I don't think I'll be able to do like much of the tournament like further on, because I'll be very busy with Thanksgiving, like season, Christmas shopping at work, and you know, it's just gonna be a really busy time. So most likely I won't have time anything after that. So I haven't really talked to the co-host about it, like, you know, FM or Zaxa, but I will talk to them about it, and hopefully, you know, at least a majority of the competitors will be able to go. If there are some competitors that won't be able to go, I probably just won't have them compete during that day, because I don't really see anything that I can do to make it a different day, because I know many people have been waiting for such a long time, and I have to basically make my promise actually made. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, things in the overall is going pretty well for me, and, you know, I'm just really happy that you guys have been there supporting me throughout the time. And, you know, it's been a really nice ride with YouTube. We're almost ending the year, and, you know, here I am just like chilling, and never thought I will get to close to, you know, 300 subscribers or so. So it's really amazing. But then I'm gonna conclude it with this last thing. So someone was actually asking me a little bit earlier about, well, what in the heck does staying frenzy mean? Because I say that every time at the end of my videos, but yeah, I never really explained what it meant. And, you know, from the definition of frenzy as a definition is a state of period of uncontrolled excitement or wild behavior. So what exactly does that mean when I say staying frenzy? So a little bit quick of a story. Back then I used to have like 2 different names before I had the Frenzy Gamer. The first name was my Gmail name, so it was like Lorenzo99LV, which is so fucking stupid. Like, I don't even know who the hell made that. Like, who's mans for me in the future was actually made that name. And then afterwards, the second name was Electronic Freaks 23, which is my PSN gamer tag. Probably gonna change it in the future. And then currently it's now the Frenzy Gamer. And the reason why I even chose that as a name is because I was kind of like collecting myself. Like, I was trying to think, like, you know, what exactly am I as a person? I don't know. I was at that moment where it was like I was just thinking about, you know, what exactly am I as a person? Like, who do I see myself as, in my personal opinion, as a person? And I saw myself as a person who was normally very positive, or at least tries to be positive, brings positivity towards others, and, you know, was in ways very energetic at times. And I had such a really big passion for games that I decided that, you know what, I just thought of the definition frenzy, and then came, you know, the fact that it was like, boom, the Frenzy Gamer. Because I also watched this other YouTuber who was called The Gamer's Joint, and that was supposed to be the name I was supposed to choose back in the day, because I was thinking about just like cool names to make. But then when I looked it up, I was like, oh shoot, someone actually got that. But little did I know, it was a Kingdom Hearts YouTuber named Cynical, who I just grew to absolutely enjoy watching. He's just a hilarious guy, and I just really enjoy watching his Kingdom Hearts content. It's just really good. So You know, I was like, okay, so scratch that. That's a pretty popular channel name already right there, so just scratch that off the list. And then came the Frenzy Gamer. There actually was a Frenzy Gamer before me, who actually had a lot more subscribers than me, but I think that person doesn't upload as often. I'm not sure if I think he's from a different country. I'm not really sure, but there actually was the Frenzy Gamer before I made this name. I didn't know until like later, but you know, I really and genuinely just love the name. And when it comes towards me staying Frenzy, as I'll probably get back to what I was supposed to talk about, when it means to stay Frenzy, in my opinion, it's supposed to mean about having crazy positivity, you know, just trying to bring, you know, positivity towards others. Like your personality of positive, like you just basically, your positivity in general is so crazy that it spreads through everyone around you. And, you know, everyone around you then becomes positive themselves because of how you are with your positive aura. Like, all that Stay Frenzy means, in, like, the way I see it, is just to stay positive. And honestly, I could just say, oh yeah, stay positive, guys. But I'm like, nah, that doesn't sound like, you know, it doesn't sound unique enough. It sounds like anyone could just say, oh, stay positive, guys, stay positive, you know, always stay positive, you know, just keep staying positive. No, I wanted to be a little bit unique, so I decided, like, you know, since my name was Frenzy, and, you know, I've always was like, you know, just tend to say, like, it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, stay Frenzy. And then I thought about what it actually meant, you know, when I first said it, and then it was like, yeah, it was just supposed to mean positivity, just having a crazy positivity that you spread around towards others. And that's really all Stay Frenzy means. It's just having a crazy positivity, having like a crazy aura of just filled with positivity and joy. I mean, that's all it means. And, you know, basically, if you really want to be a little bit more critical on it, it just means stay positive, but in my way. But that's gonna be pretty much it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. I actually don't do much update videos a lot because my life actually isn't really that interesting. All I do is work, school, and then YouTube. So my life actually isn't as interesting. That's why I don't do it as often. However, I thought now would be basically a good time to, you know, just, you know, talk about, you know, certain things that have been going on in my life, and, you know, some plans for the future for the channel. But just like a quick little summary. So when it comes towards the Kingdom Hearts series, definitely going to try as much as possible during the time. And when it comes towards maybe near the Christmas, I might be uploading more of that than I do Wiz. But I am going to try to upload Wiz at least once a week during that time, because I do want to finish the Kingdom Hearts series, or at least get very close to the end of the Kingdom Hearts series before Kingdom Hearts 3, so I can play KH3 once it releases. Most likely that will not happen, but I'll try to see how far I can go. So hopefully you guys do support that. I really will appreciate your support. Your support so far recently has been really amazing. I really appreciate you guys for it. And overall, I really appreciate you guys for the support you've been giving me in general. So props to you guys. However, guys, when it comes towards other content, I mean, I'm not sure. I'll try to see if I can get the Doki Doki going a little bit further. And then Summer Survival Tournament, obviously, I'm still having plans to conclude it. However, guys, hopefully you do enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, remember to stay frenzy. Peace. Tell me, are you down?